Okay, so let's talk about work problems. If Jaden can paint a room in 3 hours and Chase can paint the same room in 4 hours, here's an explanation of how long it would take them before they've been working for the exact same time. So Jaden can do one room in 3 hours, 2 in 6, 3 in 9, 4 in 12. Chase takes a little bit longer, so it's 1 room in 4 hours, 2 rooms in 8 hours, and 3 rooms in 12 hours. So first we ask how many rooms will each of them paint before they have been working for about the same time. Well, Jaden painted 4, and Chase painted 3. So together they painted 7. How long will it take them if they paint the room together? So they're just painting 1 room together. So we're going to take 7 rooms in 12 hours, or 12 hours to paint 7 rooms. You know the way I look at it? I look at it as miles per hour. Don't you always have the mile per 1 hour? Isn't the 1 always on the bottom? Which one do I want to be 1? Do I want 1 hour or do I want 1 room? I want 1 room. So this would be the correct way to do that. But now that that's been said, I have a much easier way to set this up, and you will never have to worry about which one's the numerator and which one's the denominator. I just wanted to show you this conceptually to show you why the way I'm going to show you works. So, this all looks familiar to you, right? So, if I have A means the time it takes the first person to do the job alone, and B is the time it takes the second person to do the job alone. If I set it up in this X figure here, we've already been used to saying if I have A and B, I can say A times B, and A plus B. These right here is my ratio. So A times B divided by A plus B equals the time it takes them to work together. So let's use the previous problem and fill it in. How long did it take Jaden to paint the room all by herself?
3.
And how long did it take Chase to paint the room all by himself? 4. What is 3 times 4?
12.
What is 3 plus 4? Isn't that same ratio that we had just gotten? So 12 divided by 7. Let's just do a little side work here. 12 divided by 7. How many times is 7 going to 12? 1. 1 times 7 is 7, with 5 left over. Bring down a 0. How many times is 7 going to 50? 7 times. And that's pretty close, 49, right? We only have to go 2 places. How many times is 7 going to 10? 1. So 1.71 hours. And 0.71 hours, if you want to think about that in minutes, it's a little bit difficult to think about. But if you think about a clock, going from decimals to hours or to minutes is difficult because we talk about minutes being 60 minutes makes an hour. But in decimals, you have to go all the way to 99, right, to get to 2? No, it's going to be 1 hour and then a portion. How much do you think a portion of this hour would be?
45 minutes.
Probably something close, right? I think if I did the math, it's like 42 minutes. So it's good. That's all I really want you to do is think about it. Because how many minutes, this would be halfway around, right? Which is 30 minutes. What's half in decimals?
1.5.
And what's 45 minutes in decimals? 0.75. And what would be 15 minutes in decimals? 0.25. See what I'm doing? I'm just trying to estimate how long it would take. For the homework, you don't need to give me an exact, but this would take probably somewhere around an hour and 45 minutes. Okay? All right, so let's look at another one. So get out a piece of paper, and you don't have to write all of this down. We're just going to take the pieces of information out that we need. So let's pull out the pieces of information we need in here. We've got Ben and Jake. I'm going to write Ben and Jake. And what do we want to write for together?
Plus.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Plus. Jake and we'll say Ben and Jake. Okay, so Ben and Jake are trying to earn money for summer camp. They decide to rake leaves to earn money. Ben can rake a lawn and bag the leaves in 5 hours. Ben equals 5 hours. While Jake can do it in 3 hours. Jake can do it in 3 hours. Add them both up. So if they work together, how long will it take them to rake the leaves together? So what do you think I'm going to put for how long to do it together? What do we normally use when we don't know something? X. So here is my big X. So where am I going to put Ben's time? On the side. And where am I going to put Jake's time?
On the other side.
On the other side. What goes here?
15.
Oh, let's say this is equal to X. The time for them to do it together. Okay, so what goes on top?
15.
15. And what goes on bottom? 8. So my ratio is 15 divided by 8 equals X. How do I solve that?
But
Okay, what if it was 16 divided by 8? What would that be? 2. So this is probably going to be a little under 2 hours, right? So let's go over here and look. 15 divided by 8. 8 goes into 15 once. With 7 left over. 8 goes into 70 how many times? 8. It'd be 64. 8 goes into 60 how many times? Yeah? 8 times 7 is 56, and that's close enough. So together they would do it in 1.87 hours, which is probably how much? An hour and how many minutes? How much? Around 50, 51 minutes, 52 minutes, something like that? Okay, good. All right, let's continue. Jeanette paints the room in 5 hours. I'm just going to say, Jeanette, she can do it in 5 hours. Brandy paints the same room in 7 hours. Brandy, 7. How many hours would it take for Jeanette and Brandy to paint the room together? So together, I don't like using the plus sign though. We'll just say together it takes them, we don't know. Let's use our X. What do I do?
35 on the top,
So we have 5 and a 7, 35 on top,
12 on the side.
12 on the bottom. So they can work together. My ratio would be 35 divided by 12. Well, 12 times what? What would be a really close number? 36, right? So it's just going to be under 3? So let's see. 35 divided by 12 is going to be 2. 35 minus 24 is 11. 12 goes into 110 9 times. 9 times 12 is 108 with 2 left over. 12 goes into 21, so that's all I need. 2.91 hours. Yes? Yes. So the homework, you need to use the X, and you'll find out right now why. Everybody okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take it up a notch. On Saturdays, Ryan helps his father install satellite TV systems. The job normally takes Ryan's dad 5 hours. Dad, 5 hours. But when Ryan helps, the job takes them 4 hours. So together takes how long? 4 hours. How long would it take for Ryan to install it by himself?
5.
Ryan equals X. We don't know. So let's do our X. What goes here? What goes here? What goes here? What goes here? 5 plus X. Equals what? What's my ratio? Remember how we had the ratio before? This is our ratio. 5x over, I'm going to write it over here a little bit. 5x divided by 5 plus x equals their time together. How long does it take them together? 4. We've been doing this for weeks. How do I solve these? Multiply by the denominator, right? Clear the denominator. What's my common denominator here? 5 plus x. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5 plus x, which is a pretty easy problem, right? So I'm left with 5x equals 20 plus 4x. What's my next step? Take 4 x's off of each side, and I'm left with, wow, Ryan is slow. We better double check and make sure we did that right. Let's check it. Let's check to see if we did this right. So it takes Ryan's dad 5, and it takes Ryan 20, and when they do it together it takes 4, correct? What's 5 times 20? What's 5 plus 25? I'm sorry, 5 plus 20 is 25. What's 100 divided by 25? 4. Does it work? He's just slow. Right? This one's my favorite. Working together, Heidi and Troy can paint a fence in 5 hours. Together, they can do it in 5 hours. If Heidi paints it by herself, it will take her 9 hours. Heidi can do it in 9. How long will it take Troy to paint the fence by himself, since he decided to roll over the paint over Heidi's pants and she no longer wants to help him anymore? Troy is going to do it all by himself now. What goes here? What goes here? What goes here? And what goes here? 9 plus x. And together, they can do it in 5 hours. So what's my ratio? Over 9 plus x equals 5. Multiply both sides by 9 plus x. Cancel my 9 plus x, and I'm left with 9x equals 45 plus 5x. What comes next? Take 5 x's off of both sides. Move this up a little bit. So 4 x's equals 45. So let's make a guess. You think 11?
Yes. Yes.
So x equals, well, 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 11 is 44, so it's got to be 11 point something.
25.
25? Why?
Because there's 4 numbers. How do you say it? Like a 4 numbers? 44, 48.
Good. So if you say 11 times 4 is 44, what would be the remainder? 11 times 4 is 44. What would be the remainder? 1, right? If you're trying to get to 45 and you get to 44, how many is left over? 1 out of how many are we dividing? 4. So what's 1 divided by 4? 0.25. 1/4 is 0.25, right? Or, can you do that one in your head? 11 hours and how many minutes? 15 minutes. Good job, guys. I think you're ready. Let's do one more. Can you tell I did this by myself? Charlie can build a model car in 7 hours. Charlie. His brother Alan helped. They can build the model together in 4 hours. We can put love because they're brothers. Together they can do it in 4 hours. How long will it take Alan to build the car alone? Because we all know that Charlie isn't going to help him. Right? Let's do the x. What goes here? And here? And 7x. And 7 plus x. Can be done together in 4 hours, so our ratio is 7x divided by 7 plus x equals 4. Multiply both sides plus 7 plus x. These cancel, and I'm left with 7x equals 28 plus 4x. If I take 4 x's off of both sides, how much will I have? 3x equals 28. Somebody want to make an estimate for me? What do you think? 9 times 3 is 27, right? Good job. If 9 times 3 is 27, you'd only have 1 left over to get to 28. 1 out of 3 is 0.33, or 9 hours and how many minutes? Good job. 20 minutes. I think you are. You guys are doing good. All right, so I want you, A's, explain how to do this one. B's, explain how to do this one, and then I'll call on you in just a couple minutes. Okay, let's do these together. Here's my X. How would I set this one up? Working together, they can clean the school in 8 hours. If Victor did it alone, it would have taken him 12 hours. How long would it take Abby to clean the school alone? X. 12x, 12 plus x. So my ratio is 12x over 12 plus x equals 8. Multiply both sides by 12 plus x. And that results in 12x equals, what's 8 times 12? 96 plus 8x. If I remove 8 x's from both sides, how many x's would I have left? 4 x's equals, but isn't 96 8 times 12? Which is 4 times 2 times 12? That makes it real easy, right? What cancels?
4.
So x equals how much?
24.
Done with that one. Working alone, Nathan can mow the lawn in 7 hours. If his sister helps him, they can finish the job in 5. How long would it take his sister to mow the lawn all by herself? 7x, 7 plus x. My ratio is 7x compared to 7 plus x equals 5. Let's do red on this one. Multiply both sides by 7 plus x. Results in 7, oops. That's better. 7x equals
35.
plus 5x. If I take 5 x's off of both sides, how many do I have left? 2x equals 35. So x equals 17.5. You know that because 2 times 15 is 30. 2 times 16 is 32. 2 times 17 would be 34. 2 times what? 18 would be 36. So 35 is in between 17 and 18. So 17.5. Good job, guys.